now, Alcoa presents Definitely Not a Jew on the Adam Carolla Show. Dateline, Atlanta, Georgia. A 36-year-old man was arrested after shooting 2 female employees of Subway after he argued that his sandwich contained too much mayonnaise. Definitely not a Jew.
We have the Tom Hanks clip of him protecting his lady, I think, from a couple months ago, right?
Yeah.
I'll bring some items. I bought some items.
How you doing?
It's been a long time.
Be careful, Tom.
Watch out. Move. Tom, you want Tom? It's been a long time, Tom. How you been?
Whoa.
Wait.
Stop it.
Hey, what are you doing?
Back the off.
What are y'all doing? What do you want? People are crazy, bro.
Knock it over my wife.
Yeah, they're bugging. Sorry, Tom, about that. Bugging out.
They bugging.
Come on, man.
Wait, didn't the guy who said they bugging knock over his wife?
That guy.
I'm sorry about that, Tom.
That guy's
What are they
the
doing
greatest
out here?
hype man in the world because he stepped on Rita's foot, and then Tom came over and he went, "Whoa, what's going on? What's going on here?" It's like a guy that was robbing a liquor store, and the cops come in and he goes, "As soon as I finish cleaning this cash register, I'm going to find the guy who opened it." Like, that was good. Yeah, the guy did bumpers, the guy.
It's the guy, yeah. Like, you know how you're watching like a horror movie and then you scream and then everybody turns around and you turn around as well just to be like, it was somebody else. This is that guy's like, they're bugging.
But Tom gets good credit there for saying that was my woman.
Yeah.
But there's
Coming out
also
of
a
the
lovely
show.
moment where Tom Hanks turns around and he's like, get the fuck away from me. Realizes this guy could whoop his ass.
That's right.
Like, and then he's like generically looking in the distance and he's like, stop pushing my wife, which is kind of cool as well.
Yeah, but prefacing it with the wife too definitely helped with whatever he said afterwards. So
Yes.
yeah.
All right. What do we got in the news out there, Max Pata?
All right. Well, before we get to the news, I just had a question for what because I see this trending every once in a while. It's boycott Bollywood.
Yes.
And I never could get to the. It's happening for like a few months now, and I just wonder what's going on with that because you've been in a few Bollywood movies yourself.
Yes. Yeah. Thankfully, nothing has been boycotted yet, so I'm happy about that. But it's kind of a really sort of passionate group of small people who kind of monopolize Twitter trends to boycott Bollywood. So I think you should equate it with like Skims are awesome. Buy Skims, boycott Bollywood.
Okay, so
I think
it's just peaking at the right times where it's just kind of catching my eye.
I think so.
What are they? What's their beef?
I don't know.
Sorry for that reference in India, but
I do think
what's the
true,
problem?
the beef would be one if you show it.
Yeah, they're Chick-fil-A pro over there.
Yeah, but I think it's also there's this notion of redefining what celebrity is and redefining what fame is, and I think Bollywood they want Bollywood to focus on like telling more heartland stories and more real stories instead of sort of surface level stuff. I
What
think that's the
about
movement.
what about the whole skin lightening thing? Do they have a problem with that?
It used to be a thing sort of like 15 years ago. It was the number one cosmetic in India, this thing called Fair and Lovely cream.
Right.
And I think as we just kind of became more and more aware and celebrated our own thing, we took it away, and it used to be blamed on like a colonial hangover until we figured out that the British weren't nicer to fairer Indians.
Right.
It's not like they were like, Kumar is lighter than Rajiv, I'm going to be nicer to Kumar. That never happened. Just brown is brown. So no.
But are the Bollywood actresses traditionally light?
No. And I also think the south of India is where kind of the best movies in India right now are being made. And definitely they have a sort of more wheatish tone. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean-
because I saw a story on that in 60 Minutes like several years ago.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's still
like,
a thing.
with Asian. Like, I mean, my mom, we grew up like she would rub papaya soap on her because that would lighten her skin. Like, it was like desirable.
And she'd leave and be attacked by bees.
Also, I don't,
yeah, they should pollinate.
I don't think any of these creams actually work.
No,
just
I
by
don't
the way.
I don't think they do either.
I don't think anything lightens your skin but like illness. I think
Yeah.
like if you catch a flu, it will lighten your skin.
In certain forms of incarceration work,
True.
depending on what color you are, staying out of the sun. But yeah, most of this stuff, most all of it was just the hope, oftentimes, of women to achieve something that wasn't going to work through. You know, there was always a sort of do these exercises and lift and tone your bosom, you know, and it just most of that stuff doesn't work.
I also feel bad for women because whatever these perfect dimensions are and whoever decides what they are changes like every 5 years. Like for men, it's pretty, standard. You need arms, you need shoulders, but at some point people forgot about boobs and now it's all about the ass. And somebody decided that like 5 years ago.
Right.
And
It was Skims.
it was Skims. It was them. They decided it.
Yeah.
So women had to change their entire workout to now focus on the ass. And I know
Yes.
people who didn't have an ass like 5 years ago and now do.
Yeah, well, the ass implant industry
Really?
10 years ago,
Oh,
I'm so sad, naive about ass implants. Like, I can't picture it. I don't know how you do it. You cut into the skin and you slide it. For some reason, that hurts my teeth,
Same.
And I don't get it. But boob implants were all the rage
Yes.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
Ass implants didn't exist 20 years ago, and I'm wondering, Ben, is there a boob to ass implant ratio surgeries performed in a calendar year? Because I think I can substantiate your trend, because there was no such thing as an ass implant.
At all? Like,
In the year 2000, there's no such thing as an ass implant that I was aware of. It wasn't a thing. Nobody saw a hot chick in a club and went, I bet she's got a fake ass.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's
Oh,
lots
yeah.
of fake titty talk.
I also
but there
think
was
an ass implant like changes your entire life much more than a breast implant. Like it changes the height of your chair, it changes your car, it changes how you take a selfie. It changes everything.
If you have a nice luxury car that has the seat memory
Yeah.
in the electric seat, you have to go dial that up again.
If you
Because
need warmers, you have to make it warmer to get through the implant just to actually give you
yeah, you're not
warmth.
going to feel it.
You're not going to feel it. How
Yeah.
do you take a dump? Like it has to change how you take a dump as well, if you think about it.
yeah.
You have to push harder.
Yeah.
Like, you
It
would.
takes longer because the travel.
Yeah.
It's a longer travel. Longer poop travel. I agree. It's going to add milliseconds, but that adds up over the
will,
years.
yeah.
Yeah, it's going to change things. Also, people would slap people on the ass. I don't know if you've had an ass implant, if that's a good thing, a scary thing, if something could burst, if something could get infected.
Yeah.
You have to buy a whole new set of jeans and dresses and wardrobe and everything. It's a commitment.
And then just as you do it, they're like, no, it's about biceps now. Like
Yeah.
it changes. And you're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I wonder, I'll tell you one thing we, or at least I'm speaking for myself,
Yeah.
should have done. They have calf implants for dudes.
Okay.
I should have done that. I have skinny calves. No one ever accuses dudes of getting calf implants. You accuse women of getting tit implants all the time. If the woman's 50 and it's sticking straight out, and go, come on, those are fake. Everyone's like, has anyone ever said, God, that dude has killer calves, and then had someone else go, oh, come on, that's fake.
Yeah,
That's a calf
obviously.
implant.
Yeah, but who has ever accepted you or rejected you sexually basis your legs? Like I cannot
Oh,
think
you'd
of...
be surprised.
Yeah.
This isn't for the women.
Oh, it's just for you or like fellow male?
It's for men. It's for the
Ah.
respect. It's you get respect. Walk with any dude at some beach or something and put some dude with killer calves in front of him. The dude will comment. The dude will go, that guy's got fucking
Yeah.
killer calves.
Yeah.
I know who has killer calves.
Who? The Manoverse guy who just got arrested. Andrew Tate. Killer
Oh,
calves.
yeah.
There
He
you
has
go.
killer
Killer
calves?
calves?
Yes.
I'll come up. I'll tell you that. Well, first off, I can't remember anyone I went to high school with. I remember Vince DiGiacomo. He had killer calves. His calves imprinted on me when I was at a formidable. Now, look, you got Will Sasso. Will Sasso's got the greatest calves around. Almost him and Vince DiGiacomo were close. Michael Strathane.
I don't.
You would know the actor.
I don't know the calves.
Ben, look up Michael Strathane, actor, and just show us his face, and then you guys will go, "Oh, that guy. Yeah, I've seen that guy." Name sound familiar?
It does, but maybe I'm thinking Michael Strahan. I don't know.
Veer?
I have no idea who any of these people are. Forgive me, but I trust you on their
Will
calves.
Sasso, you would recognize.
Yeah, show me a picture.
Michael Strathane, and he never wears shorts in anything, but he was in one movie where he wore shorts, and I was like, that guy's got killer calves.
I think the aim is probably to have calves that are big enough to have the tribal tattoo on it, and it fits within the boundary of the calves.
What is... okay, we don't know anyone that's have a calf implant, right?
No.
And look, all you need is that little inner point. You don't really need the outer. You don't need the outer point. You need the one. You see, the guy's got the little kind of sharp point to the inside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
On both sides. Sometimes guys, it'll rub. Guys got really nice, nice big ones. Get a little friction going there.
Yeah. That's why I shaved that part to make it look like I'm rubbing.
Good calves, and now Ben, we need to see pictures of calf implants. Here's the thing about here's why men are so attracted to it. Women care to some degree, but men, it means you are touched by the hand of God because it has nothing to do with you. It's just that's it.
And because you can't increase or decrease it, it just exists.
It just exists, and that means either God loves you or you've been smoten. Or whatever the word is.
Smitten? No, smitten by God.
It's not smitten, it's smoten. Yes, it's a total 100% act of God.
Of all the ways to decide whether God loves you or hates you. I was born in Sierra Leone on a hillside, but I have these calves. Right? God still loves me.
Oh
my God.
Well, now he's showing us a botched calf job.
That looks like a fruit trapped inside a calf.
Yeah. It's a balloon.
That's... Ben, I need to see good examples. All right, that's Will Sasso's calf. All right, that is a killer. That's a killer calf.
Yeah.
He's establishing dominance right there.
And I kind of know who that is. I've seen that person. So
All he has to do is wear shorts, and no one will ever fuck with him. And men will always respect him.
Do you not think the rest of him also makes people not fuck with him?
He's just a strong dude.
Yeah.
You're right. That helps, but you can't go wrong with the calf.
Isn't he in Game of Thrones? No. Is he the mountain?
No.
He's on
that's a bad angle.
Mad TV and everything.
Right,
yeah.
Okay.
Michael Strathane, the actor.
It's David Strathane.
Oh, it's David Strathane.
And we got him here.
All right. Well, first we
Not
need
a great calf shot, though.
First, we need a picture of his face looking like people know him from these movies, because you will know him from these movies.
Yep.
And then we'll get
from the Bourne series.
Then we'll give him I can't really recognize his face from here.
Oh yeah, there we go.
Once they.
He's the guy who always looks at the screen surprised and is like, it's Jason Bourne.
Yeah,
and then the guy's gone.
He's been in every movie. I told you my batting average of when I tell people you will know who this person is, Chris, is 100%.
Yeah.
Right? Even if they go, I've never heard that.
I was confident I'd know.
Well,
when
I
you
was
said that,
using the wrong name, to be fair. But David Strathane, we'll find a picture of his calf at some point, and you'll go, man, that guy's got nice calf.
But every movie I've ever seen the guy in, he's just looking at multiple screens, just going, he's there, and then he's gone.
I got to believe the reason he works so much is his calves. He probably wears shorts to the audition.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh.
So he probably does a thing where he comes into the casting thing and he just goes, sorry, man, I just came from the gym. I was doing some toe ups over there. Anyway, if you guys got the sides, you know, and all the casting people do is go, look at that fucking guy's calves. He must know what he's doing. And they just give him the role.
This is what I'm going to do now. I will never get offered an IT guy again. I'm going to work out my fucking legs and
you
go
work
for
those calves.
And go
but
in
you
short.
can't do that much. You might need an implant.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Ben, is there such a thing as calf implants, or is it all botched implants?
Don't put up another picture of
Because
botched one, please.
That hurt me. All right, Chris, what do you got?
Also, I don't know if you guys have noticed too, but like with Indian women, I feel like they've came to the forefront of American culture in the last, I don't know, 8 years or something like that.
Yes.
Where like, now they're just like the hottest women in the world now.
I mean, they've always been like, but you needed like Mindy Kaling to push them to the front by like producing like 7 things.
Yeah.
Also, there's a lot of it is just payback or retribution or some sort of affirmative action to us ignoring them for so long, going, come on, we need a blonde, we need a blonde, we need a blonde. And now we feel guilty retroactively, and now we have to go, the most beautiful, the most beautiful. Yeah. It's overcompensating for being pricks.
I used to do a bit about it, but like I felt like sometimes diversity in casting feels like, you go over to somebody's house and you're like, the food needs a little salt, like a little spice. And they're like, okay, that's fine. And then they don't invite you back until 5 years later. And then when you come back, they just give you a plate full of salt with like no food. Like all the salt is in this one movie.
Yeah, this is where we're at now.
So you get Black Panther and Crazy Rich Asians and Slumdog. And we put all the salt in there. But we're not going to add a little bit of salt to every meal because we can't do that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what it feels like sometimes.
We're just looking at a picture of implants.
I know.
They look pretty good.
Those ones look good? Those impress you?
Yeah.
If you're thinking about it, just do some toe-ups. You'll be all right.
It's hard if you don't got a base, a good calf base. You can't build them up. You can kind of define them a little bit, but you're never going to get the David Strathairn.
Yeah.
What you want is the rock climber legs. Every documentary that you've ever seen about rock climbing, like those legs is what you want. That's the body I want. Really.
You wear higher shorts when you do that, when you have them. Yeah. They're nice. All right, well, here, let's talk about this story because it's been going around. This is in San Francisco. And so this video went viral of a man hosing down a woman on the street. And
really?
Oh, yeah, it's sparking a lot of outrage. Here, well, let's just watch it first because this is what's been going around. Everybody is really upset with this dude. So he's just standing there casually, hosing down this homeless woman who's screaming, telling her to get out of here. She's not moving. She's yelling stuff back. And he's just like, move. Just move.
Yikes.
Yeah, so...
Good. Look, let's just say you fucking paid sky-high rental rates and you ran a tobacco shop or a bar or something, and there's some fucking crazy person rolling in their own poop in front of you, and you asked her to move like 15 times, and you asked the city to get her to move, and at no point did anyone do anything, then fucking turn a hose on the bitch.
This was just a matter of time.
Yes.
As long as the city is not enforcing any of these laws, it's going to turn people into vigilantes. They're going to enforce the laws themselves in any way they can. This guy did it with a hose in the middle of winter.
Yeah, what the fucking business owners do, they do it out here, is they start putting out big potted plants and shrubs and stuff like to prevent people from camping out in front of their business or their restaurant. And then the city writes them a ticket because they didn't pull a permit for the fucking thing that the city was supposed to be doing in the first place.
The next one we see is going to be violent.
Yeah. For sure.
The question is, though, before we did she move?
Well,
it's on her.
So for a couple things. So the San Francisco PD, for one, he's not facing the guy's not facing any criminal charges for doing that.
Good.
Neither party is really seeking to any further police action.
She hasn't lawyered up.
Not yet, but and they also noted that the street crisis response team in San Francisco came out to meet with the woman, but unclear of what happened after that. But a guy from the San Francisco Chronicle found the guy with the hose and interviewed him and asked him what happened. So here's his side of it. It's kind of hard to hear, so we'll jack up the audio a little bit because it's just filmed on a phone.
We've had tons of homeless, but they haven't been in a situation where they get that violent with 10 days of the neighborhood trying to do something. We have been able in the past to get them taken to a shelter, which they leave immediately, but they've also had a situation where I don't know.
I've listened to her talk to the people and say, no, this is the way I want to live. Yeah. My idea of cleanliness is not your idea of cleanliness. Yeah. And I've listened to her do that. But
that's fine if she knows what she's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's just getting interviewed out there, saying he's been there for 10 years. It's been 10 days straight that this has been happening, and she hasn't been moving.
Maybe this is just because I come from a warm climate, but he's wearing 5 layers and has buttoned none of them. That's the only thing I'm noticing.
Just our arms get cold, you know?
It's just everything's open, but there's 5 layers.
Yeah, it's like once in a while you see the guy with the tight T-shirt and the scarf.
Yeah.
I'm always like, is it hot? Is it cold? Like, which is it? You're doing a T-shirt and a scarf. I need to know. He's layered up, but nothing zippered or buttoned.
No, there was like a zip hooked in at the bottom, and then it just wasn't zipped up, which I was like, yeah.
Well, it was like, he was like, I'm going to zip my jacket up, and then the phone rang.
Or the news crew showed up.
And then he forgot. Yeah.
He was just like, I'm going to zip up and hose down somebody else.
Listen, this thing of like, hey, people can live how they want to live, or their idea of hygiene is their own hygiene. Fuck off. It's called a society. You're not allowed to just go, I want to drive at the speed I want to drive. I want to defecate where I want to defecate. I want to walk around without pants. That's not how society works. Society has rules. People follow them. And then when it comes to hygiene, you get to do whatever the fuck you want when you get home, but you're not allowed to shit on someone else's or all of our sidewalks. Ugh. And by the way, assholes like that reporter is how this thing blew up and got completely out of hand in the fucking first place. These people are junkies and they need some tough love. They don't need you taking their side, progressive douche. Sorry.
Yeah, and filming with the backside of the phone, see?
Right.
I know you've played there, but have you ever played Caroline's in New York?
Yeah, they shut down, right?
Yeah, they shut down at the end of last year, so it's now been announced that New York City's beloved comedy institution, Caroline's on Broadway, which served over 4 decades of comedy, is now becoming a ping pong bar owned by...
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so they're turning it into a ping pong bar, and it's co-founded by actress Susan Sarandon.
What is a ping pong bar?
It's just like a bar.
It's a place in Thailand that you don't tell your wife about.
This one will be a little different, a little more mild. So
Susan Sarandon goes up.
Wow, celebrity appearance at the ping pong bar.
She's like, it's you just don't tell your wife.
Yeah. This one will be a little different. So it's going to be called Spin NYC. There's already one around, but so it builds itself as the iconic ping pong social club. They have one place in Flatiron. It charges about $60 an hour per table. So you go, it's like Top Golf. You go to your friends, you get some drinks, and you play ping pong and socialize with everybody.
I would never socialize with anyone who ever told me they went to a fucking ping pong bar.
Yeah.
Like, I would cut you out of my life in a second if you told me about that.
I feel like the sound alone would cause me to have a seizure at a certain point, because I'd just be sitting at the bar watching TV, hearing nonstop ping pong, and I would go out of my mind.
Also, it's going to be just either you take it seriously, in which case it's going to be 5 Southeast Asian kids at the bar whooping everybody's fucking ass.
Standing 7 feet from the table.
Or it's just going to be drunk New Yorkers beating the shit out of each other while playing ping pong.
Yeah.
So either way, it's not a piece. No.
And it's underground.
Yep.
I don't know. Underground, it's not you got to play ping pong on the porch.
Really? Isn't
That's a
ping pong
patio
mostly in your
activity.
mom's basement? Like, isn't that...
I'm from here, and nobody has a basement, so
true.
I look at ping pong as set up in the garage or out on the porch or something like that. But it is in the Midwest and other places in the East. I guess the ping pong table is down in the garage. It's too loud, too cavernous, too echoey. I'm really fixating on the sound, but it's going to bother me.
I don't know if it's a dude's thing, because, okay, pool is a reasonably seductive sport at a bar, right? So a guy and a girl can play around a pool and meet each other and have drinks. Maybe even bowling. You can you meet a girl bowling? You can, right? Or take a girl bowling?
You can absolutely meet a girl bowling, yeah.
Yeah. I don't think you can meet a girl playing ping pong or like take a girl to ping pong.
You can't.
No, right?
You're right.
It's not really a social game because you're standing on the other side. You're not talking the whole time. Bowling, you're
And you're
sitting around.
sweating and you're jumping
Yeah,
around.
you're going
and-
side to side. You're table width apart from who you're playing and talking to.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. So Caroline's is beloved. Mike August tells me it's a woman, Caroline, who's an heir to a big divorce thing. The guy invented like plasma TVs or something, and then she got $1 gajillion, and then she just lost money on it the whole time, but she had enough money where she could do it, and then they upped the rent. And when they upped the rent, she said,
that's exactly what
time to tap out.
Yeah.
It was the first club I ever played in the U.S. was Caroline's.
Really?
They gave me one night, and we sold out. And it was the first time I'd ever come to the States to do stand-up. That was
Really?
my first gig, yeah. And then Lewis and everybody there who run the thing, like I kept going back for like 5 years. And they do the New York Comedy Festival as well. Those guys do a lot of the programs. They're good people, man.
Yeah.
Well, now we got ping pong.
Yeah, now we got ping pong.
Yeah, that's where Justin Bieber went to watch us do a live podcast.
Oh, yeah, he went to a show of mine there.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
All right. Well, anyway, rest in peace, Carolines. Let's see. Let's do one from, here, Disney CEO Bob Iger. So he just told his hybrid employees yesterday in an email that you guys are going to have to start coming to work 4 days a week starting March 1st.
Oh,
I know. Every day is a 3-day weekend, or they get to work from home.
They get to work from home, yeah. So you have to come to the office 4 days a week. Because, so his 4-day week stipulation is relatively strict compared with other large companies, which have usually opted for like 2 or 3 mandated in-office days.
You know what the problem with giving people shit is you can never take it away. And this is the problem with, it was the problem with half the COVID shit and all the relief stuff and all the handouts and all, we talk about universal income and all that kind of stuff. If I brought you a Chick-fil-A, back to Chick-fil-A, if you took almost any American and I said, I'm going to bring you a Chick-fil-A sandwich every day to your front door 5 days a week. And they'd go like, oh, okay. And they'd be thankful, like the first Monday, Tuesday to Thursday. But then at some point a year in, I said, I can only bring you the free Chick-fil-A Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. They'd go, what the fuck? Like, this is bullshit now. And they would be pissed. And that's the way fucking people are wired. That's how you ruin kids and spoil kids, and that's why I have all those ne'er-do-wells from rich families and stuff. We shut down society. We shouldn't have shut down society. We made a fucking huge mistake. I was yelling at Mike August about this. We were talking about the cult of COVID. They're in a fucking cult. Super hard left woke is its own cult. They think I'm in a cult because I don't want to be shut down for COVID. They're the fucking cult members who are telling you to wear a paper mask outside on a horse trail or shut down the beaches. They're in the cult, but they treat the normal people who don't live in their fucking woke cult like we're in our own cult over here. No, we are not. You're the fucking one that's in the cult, and now you bought into this, and now it's become a way of fucking life for you assholes. We shut everything down, and now, surprise, surprise, people don't want to go back to work or back to school, or we've lost all this. We should have never fucking shut it down. It was you cult members who let it happen, who accused me and Mike August of being in a cult from inside your own cult, you pussies.
But
Jesus.
Which cult's in control?
Oh, well, it shifts around a little bit. Eventually, sane wins out. Eventually, it just takes a while. Your cult has to be so fucked up and so wrong, and every statistic that you preach has to be so fucking far off, and you have to do so much damage to kids and society and vaccines and everything else. You have to be so fucking wrong that you eventually shut up.
Yeah, it comes at a high cost.
I don't understand the reluctance to go back to work. Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, I get the comfort part of it, but
that's exactly
if you work in any organization that is competitive enough, like most parts of the world, people were dying to get back into the office, or like dying to get their kids back into a physical school. So that's the one thing that always puzzles me. Like, wherever you fall on it, like, how are you thinking you're better off at home?
Listen, what you want to do and what is good for you are two very separate things, and we have lost our way. All you do at home is fucking put on weight and day drink, and it's the worst thing you can do, but we don't do it. Like, I say this about Grubhub or whatever. Go fucking cook your own meal, or go order it and go pick it up. It's like, why? The guy will bring it to me. Like, I'm happier when he brings it. It's like, that's a slippery slope. You're going down a bad road. We have a decent picture of David Strathain's calf.
Oh, thank goodness.
By the way.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this is him, I don't know in what movie.
Nomadland.
Yeah, you got to kind of pull on the calves. But
I could tell from this distance, though. Those are nice.
Those are. He may have had implants. I'm going to start the rumor that he had implants.
Don't out him.
By the way, maybe not this kind of life, but like van life is something I've always wanted to do.
Yeah.
Like I want to do 1 year in America in a van and just kind of drive around.
I'll do it with you.
I'm too. I'll need a big white guy. Like, I'm too tiny to be safe.
I want to get the calf implants first because I feel there's going to be a lot of cargo shorts and hiking.
This could be you guys.
We're meeting new people who don't know my calves, so they
So
won't.
this is you and me. I'm Francis McDormand.
That's right. That's right. And I'll have the majestic calves.
Yeah.
Can you zoom in? Is it zoom?
I'll just eat a cupcake daintily sitting next to you.
Zoomable. We'll try to zoom in, but I've always known. I keep track of the guys. Look at that, man.
Fucking hell.
That's beautiful.
He's flexing, right?
He's just relaxing. His calves are that magic. I am telling you, I guarantee he auditions at everything in shorts. I guarantee it.
I would too.
Yeah.
They're beautiful. Beautiful calves.
I have so much hair, nobody would see the calf, unfortunately.
Your legs?
Yeah, I just have so much fucking hair.
I
they just make the hair look bigger. Can't do it.
I got to get a picture of you two together because I feel like the Indian and the Filipino version of each other is pretty strong.
You are the hairless version of me.
Yes.
Like that's who we are.
Laksamana has like an Indian background as well. I thought it was, and then I took a 23andMe and I'm 100% Filipino. But I remember one time my computer was having issues at like 2 a.m. and I needed to do something for work. So I called the service line and they directed me to India.
Mm-hmm.
And this guy is like, oh, let me take over your computer. So he takes over my computer. So he's controlling the mouse and I'm just watching him. He goes, wait, your last name's Laksamana. Oh, let me tell you about your background. And he just opens Google and spends the next 20 minutes just telling me about my Indian heritage.
And then did he ask for a credit card number and an OTP?
Yeah, I lost my identity after that.
All right, let's bring it home, Max Zapata.
All right, thanks for listening. Check out the water cooler.
Sorry, I took a sip of water.
It's okay.
All right, let's see. Let me get some plugs in here. Virdas Landing is the name of the special on Netflix as we speak, and you can find live dates all over the place. VIRDAS.IN.
Yes.
And that'll you can find all the dates and all the projects and everything coming up. For me, Working Blue with John Popper going to be in Dallas, and you can go down Carolla.com and find out. We're going to be there January 20th and the 21st doing kind of a land cruise thing, hanging all day, having drinks, doing stand-up. John's going to be playing all the hits, all that good stuff. Fitzdog, you go to GregFitzsimmons.com, and until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Virdas and Greg Fitzsimmons, Chris Max Pattis saying mahalo.